I feel very meh today. I've not long woken up. My kitchen is not clean. I hate waking up to a not clean kitchen. It's very like, I just feel very resentful towards my past self, as in me last night. So I need to clean my kitchen. I need to do a few hours of work today. That's actually all I need to do. So I don't know why I'm feeling overwhelmed, but I am. My legs are in agony. I did a gym workout yesterday. No, I did a gym workout on the weekend, which I don't really do gym workouts anymore because I don't know, I just don't. Because I follow trends and I feel like my algorithm has been telling me do Pilates and walk, so I just stopped doing strength training, but I'm a little bit starting again. And then yesterday I did a class, and today my thighs are killing. I have yoga later and it's like a strength yoga, so I'm not really looking forward to that. I don't really want to go because I don't want to overdo it. But I've booked it. Can't cancel it now, so I'm going. So I think that's overwhelming me a little bit anyway. But I think what I'm going to do is just get up. My dishwasher is running right now because I forgot to put the dishwasher on last night, so I don't have a bowl for my porridge. Shower. Hopefully by the time I'm done showering, my bowl will be clean. Yes, I could just wash it up in the sink, but I'm lazy. Have a coffee. I've just fed my sourdough. Go to the sauna. I will feel better after the sauna. Then I can get a few hours of work done. And then I think I'll feel better. I think, wow, this is actually absolutely relevant to what I want to talk about today anyway, because I'm just going to take a small step, and that small step is going to lead to another small step. That's going to lead to another small step, and I'm going to boss my day. I'm actually going to do everything I want. We're going to make a list. Okay, don't mind that clock because that's not the time. That clock doesn't work. The time doesn't change. It's literally just there for aesthetics. You might be able to see my little bonnet head, so apologies about that. We're gonna make a list. Wednesday, 7 p.m. I have yoga. I'm thinking here I'm gonna have a to-do list. Brush teeth, shower. I'm gonna put the dishwasher, which I've already done, but just put it on there so that I have a sense of achievement. You can't even see, can you? There's literally glass on here. I'm gonna smash something in. Sauna, wash, hair. Well, I'm not actually washing it. I'd like to go for a walk, and I need to do work 3 hours, and I need to film. Coffee. I'm gonna do these things anyway. I want to do these things, but I put them on there so that I feel accomplished. Okay, that's my to-do list. While my dishwasher was running, got a few things done on my list. I had porridge. Amazing. I'm drinking my coffee now. The laundry is in. Not gonna lie, I haven't brushed my teeth. I wanted to do that after breakfast, I can't lie. I always get oats in my throat. Yeah, so I like to brush my teeth after I've eaten my porridge. Clean the list tray. Oh, I added more things to this list. Okay, shower. Did the dishes, did the bins, hoovered. Wow, I've done loads. So you know when I had my bonnet on and my hoodie and everything, I was really not ready to tackle the day. But I wrote my list and I started ticking things off and doing things on my list. And I started to feel motivated and I feel way better. Kind of don't want to go to the sauna, but I am going to go because it's on my list. I put the dishwasher on, I put it on a fast cycle, and then I knew I had an hour to get loads of bits done. So then I'd zip around, do everything. So that's a little hack. The first one is writing lists, to-do lists. If you're a lists person, I'm definitely a list person. I like to have everything written. I can see it. I know what I've got to do. I can rearrange it. I can figure out what order I'm going to do things in. It's not set in stone. If I want to move it around, if I want to take something off and move it to tomorrow, I can. But I like having that visual. And then I also find it really rewarding to tick things off. Setting yourself time limits to do things is also very helpful. Adds a bit of pressure, although I am trying to slow down a little bit because I'm a very go, go, go person. And then I always crash and burn out. So yeah, I guess it's about finding a balance, but okay, I'm going to go to the sauna. I've been loving rooibos tea. I'm not going to have rooibos tea though. I'm going to have a hot lemon. for my digestion. I just cut things on the worktop. I don't use a chopping board. This worktop doesn't seem to leave marks, so I just cut things on it. This morning when I woke up, I did not want to do anything. Wednesday and Thursdays are my days off, so I'm able to do whatever I want. Like, it's another free day. Wednesday, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I do nothing. It's all too easy to just be like, throw the day away, don't want to do anything with it, don't want to be productive, just want to lie on the sofa, especially in winter, as we all know. This was pretty relevant considering today I wanted to talk about the power of taking small steps and trusting the process and trusting what you're doing and trusting that it's contributing to the bigger picture. I get out of breath when I talk. It's because I'm passionate. Trusting that what you're doing, even the smallest of steps, are contributing to your larger goals. So I made a list of things I wanted to do. And as I started ticking things off, I started adding more things to the list because I was like, yeah, I'm on a roll. And I was proud. I took myself from procrastination, or at least the beginnings of procrastination, and I turned it into planning and action. And this is massive. I think all too often you see something as a huge, scary, and overwhelming task, and it makes you do absolutely fuck all. Especially if you identify as the type of person who like goes with the flow. It's all too easy to claim that and decide that that's you and then go with the flow so much that you don't actually go anywhere because you didn't actually do anything. Like, your goals are not going to come to you. And that's something I'm learning all the time. I kind of spent the beginning of my 20s just thinking that everything would work out and that all my dreams would come true without some action. The older I get, the more I realize not happening. No one's coming to save me. I'm recognizing my patterns and the areas of my life where I have created an identity of like, I can't do that. So I'm trying to dismantle those and just do better, really. And this is relevant to how I felt this morning because I was telling myself like, no, I'm lazy today, I'm tired, I'm low energy. But I decided, no, I just decided. Literally, you can't just decide to change how you feel, and changing how you feel will change your reality. Like, it's crazy. Sometimes the thing, whatever the thing is too big and is too scary, and you really can't see a world where you can achieve that thing. And that's where the little steps come in. You need to build up a sense of self-efficacy. That is pissing me off. Okay, I was just overheating like crazy, so I had to change. My iPad is pissing me off. It's not letting me go off of this page. And I can't remember what I was saying. Ow. Okay, I remember what I was saying. I was saying you need to build a sense of self-efficacy. My iPad isn't working, so I can't tell you what the definition of self-efficacy is. So I'll just use my brain. Wow. Self-efficacy is like your feeling of how capable you are to do something. I'll use a real-world example. So the fear of being seen, terrifying. What did I do to overcome that? I thought to myself, posting on YouTube right now, not going to happen. What's a small step that I can take to begin overcoming the fear that's stopping me from doing the big thing? In the past, I've always had a Finsta and then a main Instagram, and I would often deactivate my main Instagram because there was too many people on there. Not even that many people, like 1,000. To me, that was just like, well, way too many people to see my true personality and potentially not like me. I even get scared that people will like me, because if they like me and I get used to them liking me, then what happens if they stop liking me? There's like a pressure to keep them liking me. This is so stupid because literally just like posting on Instagram where nobody gives a fuck. Anyway, because I got so far removed from that main Instagram and I would just use my Finsta all the time and there was literally like 40 people on there, I started to get so scared of people seeing me and people seeing what I posted. So there was no way I was going to start posting on YouTube where, okay, I have no audience, but there's the potential for anyone to see me. And also it's a lot more intimate. Like, I'm speaking a lot, do you know what I mean? You're seeing my personality a lot more than you would from me posting a picture on Instagram. So I had to find a way to bridge that gap and defeat the fear. This concept of being far away from the end goal because of a limiting belief is something I've overcome before. So I'm very aware of how to do it. It's just some fears are scarier than others. The fear of being seen for me is a massive like core fear of mine and something that I've been trying to tackle for a long time. Whereas there's other fears which I've found easier to overcome. Sorry if I'm going off topic and jumping back and forth all the time. I would consider myself to have had social anxiety. And still to this day, I'm not a big socializer. I don't go out. I don't like to socialize, but now it's because I genuinely just don't enjoy it. Whereas before it was because I was scared of it. I forced myself into situations where I would have to speak to people. I took a role in sales where I literally had to go and speak to people all the fucking time. I hated it. Slowly I broke down that fear and I chipped away at it, and that included like public speaking. I hated public speaking. I've started doing job interviews where I would have to present things to people, and then in my sales role I had to present to large groups of people. It was horrible, but it's a fear that I overcame. Whereas this fear of like showing my true self. So I guess what I'm saying is this fear of being seen is almost like the bigger picture, and social anxiety was a part of that. This theme of breaking things down into small manageable chunks so that you can chip away at something and ultimately achieve the bigger goal, and understanding that you might fall back, but it's just about building that momentum up again. I can't remember what I was talking about. There was a point. Oh, microdosing my fear of being seen. I made my Finsta public and I continued to post on that. Once it stopped being so scary, I thought, okay, I'm ready to take the next step. Let me make a reel, even though that makes me cringe. I made a little mini vlog and I posted that. And when I did that, I was like, oh my God, this is so scary. But now I'm like, yeah, I could do that again. In all fairness, I haven't done it again. So maybe I'm kidding myself. But so now I've posted my YouTube video and now I'm trying to commit to posting, even though it still does make me cringe. And another thing is taking steps in other areas of your life. Just because it's not directly related to whatever this other thing is, doesn't mean that it's not going to affect it. See everything as interconnected, because it truly is. Like, eating well will reduce your stress. Reducing your stress will stop you from feeling like you want to eat shit. Working out will stop you feeling like you want to eat shit. Eating well will make you want to work out. Not sure about that one, but I'm gonna roll with it anyway. And also the power of your mornings. You can even make the smallest shifts in the morning and they can make a huge difference. Like, one thing I love to do is set my alarm for 15 minutes earlier, and when I wake up at that first alarm, go on my phone, find an affirmations video, play it, go back to sleep. Literally go back to sleep until your next alarm 15 minutes later, or just lie in bed, laze around, whatever. You have just programmed your mind, literally first thing in the morning, reprogrammed your subconscious by playing some fucking positive shit in your ears, and you will feel better. I will wake up at the first alarm and be like, oh, I hate my life, I don't want to put the affirmations on. Before the next alarm has come, I'm like, hell yeah, let's like tackle the day. Get me a cup of tea, I'm ready to start my fucking day. Tiniest little shift. And then that might lead to me being like, do you know what? This morning, I want to go on a walk, go outside, get some sunlight in my retina. Then I'm like, wow, I'm going to have a nice, nutritious breakfast. Eat that, start my workday. I'm on a massive high just from taking that small, tiny step in the morning. Do you see what I mean? Then work finishes. I've had such a good day. I'm feeling so energetic. I'm going to go work out. I get home. I'm going to make myself a meal. All of these things have then stemmed from that one tiny little thing that you did in the morning that was very low effort. In fact, you slept through it. Tiniest switch. Building momentum, that is the main fucking thing. After a while, you've got all of these habits in place which make you feel amazing. And you don't even know how you got there. The only problem is when you stop doing them, you can go from here to here. And then you have to start all the way from the bottom to get back up there. Or at least I do anyway. So think about this. Riddle me this. Down here, you're in a rut, you feel like shit. You start implementing small changes, and one change leads to another, and now you're up here. Then one day, you punch a wall. Real life example right now. You punch a wall, you break your knuckle, you think. Anyway, you don't go to the doctor because you don't need to go to the hospital. You have ChatGPT. The hospital would have waiting lines. ChatGPT answers immediately. You can no longer exercise anymore. Fuck. Exercise yoga was keeping you afloat, and you can't do it anymore. You start to go down. Then because you're not exercising, you start to eat like shit. both because the exercise was motivating you to eat well, but also because you don't have the exercise to give you dopamine, so you turn to food to give you dopamine because you are a recovering binge eater. Then you start to feel like shit and sluggish because you're eating shit. Then you start to pick up your little weed habit again. You're smoking weed again. Then you start to feel even more like shit. So you're going down and down and down. Then I look up at where I was 4 weeks ago, and it feels so overwhelming. I feel like a completely different person. I feel like, wow, I was so disciplined. I was so motivated before. I was that girl. Do you know what I mean? I was doing all of these things. How was I doing all of that? Because right now, I do not feel like the person who can do that. Seems overwhelming, right? Seems like I will never get back up there again. Basically, that's where I'm at right now, is building myself back up and doing those things. This week, I've been trying not to smoke weed anymore. My hand's better, so I'm able to work out now. And yeah, I'm building myself back up, and I'm trying not to see it as that huge, overwhelming thing up here. I'm trying to just see it as each tiny small step. If I tried to wake up tomorrow and just go back to all the things I was doing 4 weeks ago, I'm likely to give up. It's like the boiling frog theory thing. If you put a frog in boiling water, it's going to jump out. But if you put a frog in cold water and you slowly turn up the heat until it's boiling, it doesn't even know that that happened. So this is like the positive boiling frog theory, if that makes sense. You just slowly make it a little bit harder, adjust, then make it a little bit harder, adjust, a little bit harder, adjust. Don't think, well, I'm not going to do that because that's such a tiny thing and it's not going to make a difference in the grand scheme of things. It absolutely will. It's all about the little things. So I made this tea and I didn't even drink it. I'm like in a digestion phase. I want my digestion to be good because my guts, I don't know if it's an age thing, but like the older I get, the more I notice if I'm not eating enough fiber. I've rambled so much and it's not been very cohesive, so I hope when I edit this I'm able to make it sound more normal. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because I need to do like 3 hours of work. Look at my to-do list actually. This is everything I managed to get done so far today. I have a couple of phone calls I need to make to my insurance, and I need to order some supplements and I need to ring them to do that. Just filmed. Gonna eat. Gonna do some work. I'm gonna go on a walk and then yoga later. All of that, considering I woke up and I was like, fuck this, fuck today, I don't want to do shit. Just writing the list led me to start taking things off the list, which led me to start adding more things to the list because I was like, well, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling productive, I think I can add more things to this list. It had a snowball effect, domino effect, whatever you want to fucking call it. So my advice that I'm taking from myself and giving to myself this week is to just take the small step, do the thing, and watch how it leads to more things. Just do the thing. Look at my hair. Nobody understands though how hard curly hair is. I always say that, I'm like, nobody talks about, and then I say something that people literally talk about all the time. No, I need to go do some work, or I might leave it till tomorrow. I might do it tomorrow. I might edit. I think I'd rather edit right now. And then if this video has been way too rambly and I haven't made any good points, then I can film another one tomorrow. But if I leave the editing till tomorrow, I'll be screwed because I won't have time to film a new one. So I'm actually being smart right now by avoiding my real work. Bye.